Hello, I just did a 30-minute video on everything I've been doing, and my webcam was flashing throughout the whole video because the exposure wasn't fixed, it was on auto. So I now have to go back through and redo it. Not exactly how I did, but hopefully quicker. The last one was half an hour. I want to do some dev work today, so I cannot afford to spend half an hour on this. As I quickly click on something on Cookie Clicker. Because focused. Right. First off, this is the map I've made. I could really do with centralizing the island a bit more. But, whatever. You also have, in the middle here, you've got my current setup for just testing. This is the default stuff for the I was about to say third party, and my brain was like, no, that's wrong. The third person testing area from Unreal Engine, which I am now using over Unity. Basically, Unity is a bad company and should not be trusted with your money, time, or anything. So, if you don't want to be ripped off as a game developer, you want Unreal Engine. If you want to make money from your games, and a lot of money, you can go Unity. The reason being, Unity's charging 20 pence per download to the creators. Or planning on it. I don't know where they're at with that at the moment. But I'm against a business that treats their player base like that. So for now, we get this lovely scene. Textures, I take them from a website called Open Game Art. This is one I found when doing it last time. I basically tried to show how I go through and get textures, so I suppose I should go through that again. I go to the site and I type in, let's say brick, because I do want to make a brick soon. So I'll click on the textures. I don't really like those. Although a single brick texture would be nice. Let's full screen it so I can click next. Tiles asset. What's this, 32 by 32? Yeah, I kind of want a higher texture than that because I'm going to be making big. Well, that's a nice cobblestone texture. I like the broken one as well. Yeah, so I'd basically download these, save them, and go from there. Although my music stopped playing, and I know why. There we go. It's because I'd gone to upload the last video and then realised the webcam was flashing throughout the whole thing, and I didn't want that. It looks too dark now. Hey Google! Office light on. That's a bit better. Yeah. I did some landscaping. The texture work is my own as well. It does kind of need redoing now. I fixed something quickly after the last video, and it meant moving my textures for the landscape around a bit, so That's now something that needs sorting. But yeah, this is my landscape. Characters, that's what I'm going to go through the files and just explain some more stuff. But first, let's load it in. So you might have seen there from the click, we have projectiles. These are supposed to do damage, but truth be told, I'm not sure that they work properly. Basically, they worked when they were a physical object in the world. But now they are not a physical object, they are a collider, so stuff has changed. These movable boxes, these platforms, this one's missing actually a ramp. These are bits I had pre-made by Unreal, basically for the first person demo template, and I keep them in just to give me some room to move around. These walls, I copied one of these and stretched them to suit, so you can see over, but you can't jump over. I might remove the textures but extend them up so you can't peek over the wall like this, or I might leave that in. Because it could come to a situation where you're running forward, you see someone there, you step out and get shot. Or you stop just here and it's like, yeah. You might have noticed this floating health bar over here. These are going to be the AIs I throw in. Now this guy isn't taking damage, but if you stand next to him, you take damage. I had that working and it suddenly stopped. I have no idea why. So I need to fix that. Yeah. You can also run out into the water and go underneath it. And if you go too far out, you just get sent back to spawn. I might add a drowning mechanic at some point, but that is going to be up to whatever time I have. I'm not going to click into all of them, but I'm going to explain very quickly. Characters, this is where all the mannequins are for Unreal. Enemies, this is my enemies folder for this dude over here, and a spawner that will just spawn an infinite amount of him if I was to ask it to. FX Variety Pack, this is particles I downloaded. I currently have a few projectiles. The one you saw uses the Thunderball, and it will eventually use the Thunderball hit. Landscape, this is where my textures and materials are for all this. None of these are my own textures yet, but I will eventually swap them out for my own textures. And that will be easy enough to swap out in the materials. Basically what I'll do is I'll go in and swap out this. And then it'll keep everything else I want without causing any issues. Landscape level prototyping, that is just some meshes and materials that came with the Unity stuff. Projectiles, where I keep my projectiles. You've got fire. The lightning ball, which is the one you've seen. And leaves. The elements there are fire, lightning, and air. Although I might swap air for water. We will see. That little Riolu, that's basically a thing to remind me to get up and move around every so often. He's small, but I have him that way for a reason. Save selected, because apparently I made more changes than I realised. God, 10 minutes and I'm not even through all this. More special effects, that's where the leaf one is. And then you've got pickups. So the idea will be you don't regen much. It'll be very slow regen, if any. And it might be... Oh, what game is... I can't remember the game, but there is a game where you only heal to half of your max health. Minecraft does it. I should know that. I've played enough of it. Minecraft on normal difficulty, at least. But yeah, you can heal to half health naturally, but if you can get a health pickup, you'll be back to full. And I plan on it being a very slow regen. Not like unnoticeable, but slow enough as to where you have to... It's not worth waiting. If you've got a health pickup, you pick it up. Third person, that's basically the default stuff from Unreal. And then all my UI stuff for... if I go in and press P... Okay, you can pause the game, resume it. Options I need to add in. I need to double this up and remove the background, really. You'll see. And it'll take you to the main menu, which is the next one I want to look at. So the way this is set up, if we go back to content, it's in its own map. It is completely blank in here. And when you hit play, it just loads up the main menu, WB main menu. From here, you can play the game, which we've seen enough of. Host a game, which hosts it online, or at least on a local area. I'm still getting it working, sadly. It's going to take a while to get everything perfect, but you can find a game, which currently there is no game to find, so this will just grey out and stay greyed out. I'm still fixing a lot with this. Or you can go to options, where you can change the options. You've got windowed full screen, and full screen. I really want to get this looping at some point, but I kind of like the fact that if it stops you on window, you have to click back. Plus, it's backwards at the moment, which I don't like. You can change the screen resolution, so go from 780 right the way up to 4K. That does change it. Visual settings, you've got low, medium, high, ultra, and then do you need it this high? And you can toggle VSync. We'll add more settings as time goes on, but this is what I've got for now, just to have a settings menu. You can apply it. Actually, no, I like it on. Getting to credits. There we go. Yeah, then the credits. This is just my way of thanking all those who have done something to help me this year, basically. Lead developer, me. Textures, I've taken from N4, West, Bart K, and Afil. They are, again... No, come on. Open game art. Yeah. I've had to pay attention to copyright attribution, and I will credit everyone. But I don't plan on shipping it with the textures made by other people. I plan on making all my own textures. It's just I am not an artist, so I've got to wait until I feel up to trying to make some textures. At the left is going to be people who directly affect the game. So myself, the people who make the textures, music. I've cropped the webcam and I don't like it. Obviously the landscape. Any voice actors. Yeah. So the left-hand side will be the more official, boring ones. The right hand side is me just thanking everyone who's basically just helped me with this. You know, I know I spelled original wrong. I keep noticing that and forgetting to change it. Yeah, I just want to thank everyone who helped me through the last project that got corrupted, and I can't restore. I don't want to restore backup. I got so demotivated after that happened. It stopped everything. It stopped the streaming. It stopped the game. It so much stopped because that last one got corrupted, and I'm finally back in. Pirate Software on YouTube and Twitch. He's the one who. He's a cool guy. He's the one who got me going again. He's been in the game development industry for most of my life. Blizzard and Amazon Game Studios, along with the United States Department of Energy. Now he does it all solo. He also stops for ads, which I think is a cool thing to do. Oh. See, I've been on my computer for an hour now, so Riolu summons a lot of friends to distract me, so I have to stretch around. Yeah, cool guy. I enjoy watching his streams, and I sort of have him up on the side just in case. But I love it. Unreal University on YouTube, basically the channel that got me into getting the code sorted. Getting distracted by the live stream, so I just hit it. Jack, gotta say thank you for everything in 2023. God damn, that guy. He's done a lot for me this year. I owe more than I can pay. Ian, the apprentice I never needed. Great listener. The amount of calls I've had from him. Let's start with, so Glenn. I'm not going to sit here and act like he's got everything perfect, but he's done a lot. And he's probably one of the few people who have dealt with me when I've gone on my massive rants or depressive streaks this year, so he definitely gets a mention at the top of that list. And then Erica, his partner. Thank you for putting up for me encouraging his shenanigans this year. Oh my god, I have probably caused so much money to be spent on his computer. He's like, oh, what would you recommend? Like, well, what's your budget? I don't have one. I'm like, okay, sure, let me throw out a stupid idea. You know, the highest part I can justify recommending to someone. Yeah, I'll buy it. It's happened a couple of times. Yeah, it's been great. It's been great. Elle, not sure about me putting her name on here because she gets nervous about some of that stuff. But no, Gaga should tell her it's her. Yeah, thanks for helping me not go insane this year. I know it's been a rough year for me. I'm not turning this into a vlog about how I've got through 2023, but that might be a live stream near the end of the year. I need to get back into that as well. B, my other half, genuinely wouldn't be here without her. Like, I had some real low points this year, so just having her around to keep me sane is huge. I also struggled being at home on my own while I was out of work at a couple points. it was actually near the end. It was actually the beginning of me having my current job where everything corrupted. And I just did not want to be... Like, I struggled to be at home when that happened. Courtney, Bee's best friend, thank you for keeping her sane while I just deal with a crisis, basically. It's been one of those years, and I can't act like... You know... I can't act like she's not contributed. And then to all my friends and family not named... Again, thank you. I don't know how close I was with everyone, but everyone definitely had an impact on me. Right, now I've got through faking the sincerity I put into the first one and trying to hide the annoyance of having to re-record all this. Oh, this background image, by the way, this also wasn't me. I'm not an artist at all. I just wanted something there. I didn't want it black. And, well, I didn't want it black as black space. Oh, fuck it. I'm leaving that in. I didn't want the background to be black. My brain is just shut off. I'm tempted to have like a particle effect coming down from the top of the screen, or having like lines just fuel. But I don't know yet, and I'm not an artist good enough to figure that out. So, oh, ew, hold on. Damn, I was hoping that would work. I didn't remember changing screens to this, so I can dream. I can dream. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. And I hope this... I hope next week I have more physical stuff to show. Where will I put the most effort into the code? Probably in the character. So yeah. All that stuff I just highlighted was me, and this up here was also me. I've done a lot. I need to comment my code better. Yeah. Right, I'm going to go upload this now and hope my exposure settings aren't crazy again. Because if it's flashing again, I'm not re-recording this a third time. So, thank you for listening. I hope this... I hope this counts for something and shows you the amount of work I'm putting in, because this may not look like much, but getting this to work and figuring out what it all does is taking a lot of the time. Plus, this is only in a week. How do I put it? Who would expect me in a week to have something that's almost playable? I don't think I would. I also need to get split screen in this. That's going to be fun. God, what else do I need in this? Split screen, weapon projectile switching, an actual... I need to redo the projectile system as well. Yeah, so AI or second player actually functioning. Projectile handler, so I can actually deal damage to players or AI. Oh, scoreboard. I need a scoreboard. How am I going to do the scoreboard? another one for me to figure out later. Yeah. I'm thinking. I'm trying to think what else I need to get it playable, and I don't think there's that much. Well, playable and ready for release are two different things. I also need to redo the textures. I need a actual player model that isn't. That isn't this dude. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. I don't want that dude to be the character everyone's playing as. So I need to get a couple designed. I need to let people choose which one they use. Maybe add in secrets for some of the characters. I don't know. Right. Sorry about that random mic space at the end. I genuinely wasn't thinking of doing too much, but I just got distracted and got thinking at the end there. Yeah, so I'm going to end this now before I actually start doing this for the rest of the day. Thank you everyone who watches. Thank you everyone who's contributed, know it or not, helped, inspired me. Thank you to everyone. It's been rough, and I wanna start moving on with my life. So yeah, have a good day. I've got an hour and a half to try and get something added into the game. God, this weekend's gonna be fun, and then next week I start my Christmas break, which is basically my way of saying at the end of next week I focus on dev for this so hard that anyone who knows me will sit there and be like, what's he doing? Thank you so much. And have a good day, night, whatever. I don't care. I just want people to be happy. Stay chill.